Hello again, welcome to quiz number 9. I will go quickly through the results from last week. Total scores, you've got 30 questions this week. The rounds this week are going to be famous buildings, 2011, answer smash, the human body, cricket and technology. As always, don't cheat, and as normal I will go through all the answers once with a pause and then read them again. Answers will be at the end, and this week I have a correction from last week. Question 20 of the quiz was actually Pride and Prejudice rather than Jane Eyre. A few people have ended up mentioning that, so thank you very much for the correction on that. Obviously I don't like to make mistakes on the quiz, but if I do, then please let me know. So I won't go through them all, but I will go through the top 5. So Dumb and Dumber on 29, The Cockwell Inn on 30, Must Try Harder on 30, Tipsy at the Tiki Bar on 32, and Vinnie's Crown Jewels on 33. Decent week for everybody. I think everybody quite liked the quiz last week, so brilliant, thank you. So again, I won't go through all of the results or all of the scores, but we'll pick out a few that are doing quite well. So you've got Must Try Harder and Dumb and Dumber on the same points, slowly creeping up towards the top 3, which are unchanged again, but I believe that Tipsy at the Tiki Bar are one ahead. So, still all to play for. I want to know the building, and I also want to know the city that it's in. That'll be 2 points if you can get them both right, 1 point if you can only get half. Question 2. I want to know the name of the building and where it is, the city. Question 3. Again, I want to see the name of the building and the city. Question 4. Name of the building and the city. And question 5, name of the building and the city. Okay, so we'll move on to round 2, questions on 2011. Question 6. In January 2011, which country adopted the euro as its currency, being the 17th to do so? Question 6 again. In January 2011, which country adopted the euro as its currency, being the 17th to do so? Question 7. March saw the United Nations Security Council create a no-fly zone over which country after allegations of aggression towards civilians? Question 7 again. March saw the United Nations Security Council create a new no-fly zone over which country after allegations of aggression towards civilians? Question 8. On the 1st of May, President Barack Obama announced the killing of which international criminal during an operation in Pakistan? Question 8. On the 1st of May, President Barack Obama announced the killing of which international criminal during an operation in Pakistan? Question 9. Which African country is formed, being the first in Africa to do so since 1993? Question 9 again. Which African country is formed, being the first African country to be found since 1993 to do so? Just because that's a little bit confusing. New country in Africa, what was its name? Question 10. Kim Jong-un is given leadership of North Korea after his father's death in December 2011. But what was the name of his father? Question 10 again. Kim Jong-un is given leadership of North Korea after his father's death in January 2011. But what was the name of his father? A little bit different this week, a little bit of a different thing. Some of you might have seen this, some of you might not have. So you should see on screen. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a picture on the left and mix it with a sentence on the right. Smash them together to create a new longer word. So the example is, the picture is Sandy Toksvig, and the question is, who played Aragorn in the Lord of the Rings trilogy? The answer is Viggo Mortensen to that question. So the answer is Sandy Toksvig Mortensen. So all you do is take the two answers and smash them together. Okay, so question 11. You should see that coming up on your screen. So you need to answer the picture and the and the question, mash them together, and that's your answer. Not so bothered if you know the answer to both, but I need to know the answer to them combined and mashed together. Question 12. Picture and the question added together to make a new answer. So mash them together. Question 13. Need the name of the band and the answer to the question on the right hand side. Mash them together and that's your answer. Question 14. Answer the picture, answer the question, mash them together, and that's your final answer. And question 15. It's the picture and the quote, question, and mash them together, and then you get your answer. Question 16. What part of the body is the mandible? Question 16 again. What part of the body is the mandible? Question 17. The palatine glands are more commonly known as what? Question 17 again. The palatine glands are more commonly known as what? Question 18. Located between the stomach and the diaphragm, this organ filters and stores blood that protects against infection and blood loss. What is it called? Question 18 again. Located between the stomach and the diaphragm, this organ filters and stores blood to protect against infection and blood loss. What is it called? Question 19. What is the name of the walnut-sized gland only found in men which becomes a source of cancer? Which often becomes a source of cancer. Question 19 again. What is the name of the walnut-sized gland found only on men which often becomes a source of cancer? Question 20. What is the name of the light-sensitive panel of cells at the rear of the eye? Question 20 again. What is the name of the light-sensitive panel of cells at the rear of the eye? I know a load of people are going to end up sighing at that one, but I've got to put it in at some point because it's one of my major hobbies, so you just deal with it. Question 21. Who is the current New Zealand Test cricket captain? Question 21 again. Who is the current New Zealand Test cricket captain? Question 22. What are the two pieces of wood that sit on top of the stumps called? Question 22 again. What are the two pieces of wood that sit on the top of the stumps called? Question 23. What type of wood are cricket bats made out of? Question 23 again. What type of wood are cricket bats made out of? Question 24. Who is the all-time leading wicket-taker in men's Test cricket? Question 24 again. Who is the all-time leading wicket-taker in men's Test cricket? Question 25. Which player has the most women's ODI caps for England? Question 25 again. Which player has the most women's ODI caps for England? Question 26. In the Apple logo, which side is the chunk missing? Question 26 again. In the Apple logo, which side is the chunk missing? Question 27. What do we call human-like robots? Question 27 again. What do we call human-like robots? Question 28. What was launched by Microsoft in November 1985? Question 28 again. What was launched by Microsoft in November 1985? Question 29. In 1975, Sony released what home video player system that was a huge failure when the VHS player was released? Question 29. In 1975, Sony released what home video player system that was a huge failure when the VHS system was released? And question 30. Who is the current CEO of Spotify? Again, question 30. Who is the current CEO of Spotify? Famous buildings should be coming up now. So question 1, you'll see the picture. The answer is the Parthenon, and the city is Athens. So give yourself a point for, or 2 points if you got both, 1 point if you got either half of it, no points if you've got none. Question 2, that is the British Museum, and that is in London. I will take the National History Museum if you've put the National History Museum. Question 3. That is the Flatiron Building, and that is in New York. Question 4. That is the CN Tower, and that is in Seattle. And question 5, that is the Sydney Opera House, and that is in Sydney. Might look a little bit different, I don't know if that's thrown anybody out, but it's not the angle that you normally see that building from. Little weird fact, when you get close up to it, it's actually a cream colour rather than white. In the January of 2011, which country adopted the euro as its currency, being the 17th to do so? The answer is Estonia. Question 7. March saw the United Nations Security Council create a no-fly zone over which country after allegations of aggression towards its civilians? The answer is Libya. Question 8. On the 1st of May, President Barack Obama announced the killing of an international criminal during an operation in Pakistan. The answer to that is Osama bin Laden. Question 9. Which country is formed, being the first one to do so in Africa since 1993? The answer is South Sudan. Question 10. Kim Jong-un is given the leadership of North Korea after his father passed away in December of 2011. But what was the name of his father? And the answer is Kim Jong-il. So, question 11. You should see that on your screen. So the answer to that, together, that's Tony Blair, and the largest dog breed is an Airedale Terrier. So the answer is Tony Blairdale. Question 12. You'll see the picture is a unicorn, and the name of the pastry is a Cornish pasty. So you put them together and that makes a unicornish pasty. Question 13. So the band's name is Bananarama, and the 9th month of the Islamic calendar is Ramadan. So the answers together, and your answer for that is Banana Ramadan. Question 14. That is a pineapple, and the answer to the question, who presented in Family Fortunes between 1987 and 2002, is Les Dennis. So that is Pineapple Les Dennis. And question 15, that is the Japanese flag, and Shrove Tuesday is also called Pancake Day. So this is Japan Cake Day is the answer that you should have had. So if it's worked, brilliant. Might do them again at some point, but if it's not, then let me know, and I will never do them again. So, question 16. What part of the human body is the mandible? And the answer is the lower jawbone. Question 17. The palatine glands are more commonly known as what? And the answer is the tonsils. Question 18. Located between the stomach and the diaphragm, this organ filters and stores blood to protect against infection and blood loss. What is it called? The answer is the spleen. Question 19. What is the name of the walnut-sized gland found only in men, which often becomes a source of cancer? The answer is the prostate. Question 20. What is the name of the light-sensitive panel of cells at the rear of the eye? The answer is the retina. Round 5 on cricket. Question 21. The current New Zealand Test cricket captain is Kane Williamson. Should have probably put in men's cricket test captain, because obviously both genders play Test cricket at the moment. Only recently came in, but they both do play Test cricket. Question 22. What are the two pieces of wood that sit atop the stumps called? They are called bales. Question 23. What type of wood are cricket bats made from? The answer is willow. Who is the all-time leading wicket taker in Test cricket? The answer is Mattia Muralitharan. And question 25. Which player has the most women's ODI caps for England? The answer is Charlotte Edwards. Round 6, technology. In the Apple logo, which side is the chunk missing? The answer is right. Question 27. What do we call human-like robots? The answer is androids. Question 28. What was launched by Microsoft in the November of 1985? The answer is Windows. Question 29. In 1975, Sony released what home video player system that was a huge failure when the VHS player was released? The answer is Betamax. And question 30, who is the current CEO of Spotify? The answer is Daniel Ek. So if you can give yourself scores, let me know how you got on, and obviously thank you very much as always for having a go. So cheers, bye bye.